Today is Saturday, December the 10th, 2022. This is FlossTube 114. If you haven't been here before, my name is Shelly, and this is my channel, Proverbs 31:22, where I share all of my stitching and other crafting endeavors. So cross-stitch, quilting, some diamond painting, some sewing. I know how to tat, but I don't do a whole lot of it. But I thought about it earlier when I was putting my Christmas decorations up. I only have one little tatted ornament that I had done several years ago. So I thought, man, a tree with all of that on it would just be gorgeous. So, as you can see from the intro, we decided to go very minimalist with our tree this year. That's actually a tree that we got for our grandsons when they were younger, and we just weren't up to doing a really big tree or a bigger tree. I mean, we have a pencil, tall tree, I don't know, 7 foot tall or something like that. We just weren't into it, and it's already the 10th, and so it's kind of like, why? So anyway, I'm glad everybody's here to visit. I appreciate all of my returning viewers. If you're new, I definitely hope you see something that you like and that you decide to subscribe and stay subscribed and come back, whenever I post stuff. So my numbers just keep going, like this. So, but at the end of the day, I don't do these videos for the numbers. I do these videos to share the love of stitching and make a record. One day when I'm not here anymore, my kids might want to look at it. I don't know. But anyway, I was going to say something else. Oh, I was going to say it just would be nice to get to 1,000 or to at least have a steady uptick instead of it being, just kind of like a little like this, a little wave. So we had our office Christmas party last night and yesterday afternoon. It was like from 4 to 6. It was a good time. I really like the people that I work with, and it reminds me a lot of the first place that I worked after I was a stay-at-home mom for 20 years. I worked at a cardiology clinic, and we were like family. And so this office has that same kind of feel to it. So it was nice to get together with everybody, outside of work. So we did that last night. Next Friday, this coming Friday, we're going to do a girls only party for our coworkers. And so that'll be fun. We got some crazy games to play and stuff like that. So otherwise, not a whole lot going on besides basketball, life-wise. Well, I did have a really annoying incident that happened when we played against one of the local teams. Their team has a reputation for being really sore losers, and I guess that the parents are not any better. My husband should have just ignored the woman, but she was, griping that Nathan wasn't getting called for fouls. And does that happen? Of course it does. It happens for all of them. He gets fouled all the time, and they don't call it on the player that's defending him. So, it happens. But in this instance, when she said that, my husband turned around and said, he went straight up in the air, straight up. That's not a foul. And she said to him, shut up, stop talking, zip your lip. Both her and her friend that was sitting with her. And I just sort of leaned back and said, seriously? Like, really? And her answer was like, seriously. So, needless to say, laughing about it now, wasn't laughing about it then. I was ready to, do some scrapping with some some very rude women. But anyway, but Nathan's team has been doing really well. Maybe had one loss this year. I don't know. But anyway, it's a lot of fun watching him play. They're using him more, you know, in different areas, and so that's fun. So I wanted to start off today with showing you some previous finishes. Let's start with the quilt on the wall behind me. That was a free quilt pattern from Bunny Hill Designs several years ago, many years ago. And I really suck at applique, but I love applique quilts. And so, you know, it is what it is, but it's made with, the blocks are made with French General fabrics. The applique fabrics are just stuff that I had in my stash. And it's so cute. I love snowmen. I've always loved snowmen. One day I hope to have an actual Christmas quilt done so I can hang that up for Christmas, but it hasn't happened yet. But I do have some other little things that I've done in the past. I did this little Christmas present pillow a while back for myself. I really, I'm thinking about making some more of these to give as gifts. So I have gobs of the fabric left from a very coriander Christmas quilt along. I've got tons of fabric left from that, so I would like to make some, you know, use some of that fabric. This is some of that fabric right here. The covered button, that's one of the pieces in that group. So I finished this last year, I do believe. This is Mary Chalk Full Jar from Hands On Design. I got this easel thing, I don't know, stand. It's like a cookbook stand at Hobby Lobby. And the ribbon, I don't remember where. And the picks, I don't remember where, but, you know, Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, that's pretty much where I get everything. It's stitched on 14 count chalkboard black Aida with the called for classic colorworks, and then the white is gassed chalk. So, just happy to put that out today. And this is Hands On Design also. This is their year of celebrations. The first one, the original one for December. My other little December piece, I've brought that to work. And so if I remember before the next video, I'll take a picture of it so I can insert it. So that is my previous finishes. I do have my little, no, it's not. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that. This is a previous finish. I'll just show you just today's. I got this little plaque at Hobby Lobby. It has a little chalkboard little thing that you're supposed to write the days on. I'm using my my shabby advent calendar from Kiori, Abadi Kiori. I don't know how to say her name, but you can find her on Etsy. And I did these on an 18 count natural star from Hobby Lobby. I haven't done the manger yet, but I've got all the days done. I didn't do full borders just to make it go faster. And so I really would like to take a picture of these every day and then post them on my Instagram and make them my cover photo on Facebook. But too busy going back and forth to work and stuff. So got that. And I finished this little piece. I finished the stitching on it last year. I think it was last year. It might have been the year before. This is from Pine Mountain Design. Is it Pine Mountain? They did a freebie with these little boxes, and so I stitched it. And today I finished it to go on here. This is not really the piece that I want to go on this plaque. Eventually I want to do, there's a freebie nativity scene from, I want to say it's maybe the Drawn Thread, and I want to do that to put on here one day. But for now, I've got this on here, and it's mounted with washers and magnets. So this was a piece of what was supposed to be 36 count Santa's Cocoa from Dames of the Needle, and it's definitely not 36 count. When I started working on it, I was like, this is no way. And so I measured, it's closer to like 42 count. So I don't know if they started off with 40 and then when they dyed it, it shrunk down and they just mislabeled it. But I love how tiny it is. Look at the tiny little quilt on the sewing machine. I mean, this board is like 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. So that just shows you how small they are. And I just think it's so cute. The little border, I love it. So even though it was a pain to stitch on cloth that small, it's really, really pretty. And it came out so cute. So if I do say so myself. Speaking of, I don't know, smaller count fabrics, I was looking at Kitten Stitcher last night. Shakespeare's Peddler is her business site. I went ahead and ordered the flosses and the fabric that I need for Sampler Hope, which I'm planning on starting on Christmas Day. And the whole reason why I went online looking for stuff was because I watched Fat Quarter Shop's live stream this week, and they showed the new Blackbird book, When Leaves Fall, and they didn't have it in stock. And so I went all over on the internet. I went to an Etsy shop and tried to get everything from there. They didn't have one of the threads that I needed, and so I ended up going to Kitten Stitcher and buying from her. I haven't bought from her before, so I figured I would support that small business. So I think it called for being stitched on 40 count, so I was kind of looking at some 40 count, but I don't remember if I actually ordered 40 count or if I did 36. I don't remember, but it was an XJU design piece. So that's it for previous finishes and gabbing. So let me grab what I've stitched on this week and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. So since I filmed last, I've worked some on my temperature chart. For 2020. I just realized that I put the wrong date. Oh, me oh my. So, I guess in the pattern she's got 2021, and so I just followed along with the pattern, but I need to go in and change it. It's 2022. So this is what I've gotten done. It's looking so great. This is a 14 count chalkboard black Aida, and I'm stitching with apricot polka dots called for DMC flosses, and love it. So I saw that Fat Quarter Shop is coming out with a temperature chart pattern, so definitely go check that out if you're interested in doing a temperature chart this coming year. The other thing that I stitched on a good bit is the Our Father piece. This is from Ann Makes Things. It's a freebie that's available on her blog, and you can go to Instagram to, you know, follow the link in her bio. So this is what I've gotten done on it. And honestly, I'm not even paying attention if I'm where I want it to be or not. I'm just stitching on it on the days that I say to stitch on it. So I stitched, started stitching this little green bird last night. The letters go pretty fast, and so I've just been stitching a lot on those at lunchtime at work. So this is a 32 count special edition from Handmade at number 12. And I'm using Ann's Call for DMCs. I think I maybe had to substitute a couple, and I had to use at least one anchor. There was just a few that I didn't have the exact number, but I definitely went with what shades she used because she has an amazing sense of color, and I didn't want to change a thing. So I just love it. I'm doing this in honor of my mother-in-law, and I love it. I said that already, right? We tend to say that a lot on FlossTube. I love it. I just love it. So anyway, I also finished up my whip go for November by getting half of Seasons of the Heart Spring completed. So I'm stitching this on a 36 count linen that I hand dyed, and I'm using her Call for DMC flosses. I love these pieces, but her colors don't really say, like this says autumn to me, the colors. It doesn't say spring. So I kind of wish I had changed things up, but you know, it doesn't matter. I'm going to finish it and I'm going to put it out for spring. So those little bunnies are so cute. So I got my whip go done for November. I haven't started working on anything for December's called numbers yet. I think that comes, I might stitch on one this weekend. I'm not sure. I have to go and look at my calendar. My calendar's on my iPad, which is what I'm filming on. So, but I've been doing the, you know, instead of doing like certain pieces on Mondays and certain pieces on Tuesdays, I've been doing stretches of days on a piece again, and I really do like that a whole lot better. So I've stitched some on Elizabeth Weston. And let's see. So I am stitching right in this area right here. And I believe I've finished, I finished page 16, and I've started stitching some, I started stitching some this month on page 17. And I know I'm not on track with where I want it to be, but I'm where I am. So, let's see, this way, this way. Sorry, I can't see what I'm showing you. So I got the leaves finished by the bird. I've got that this little bird motif done. The count was off, so I had to kind of finagle the urn a little bit. I've got all of those, almost all of the over one little clusters of berries, I guess it is. I still got 2 more to do. And I've gotten more done on the shelf. Started working with this colored thread up this way, and also started working on this motif right here. So, yeah. This is a 36 count hand-dyed linen that Devin FL over on Instagram did for me for this piece specifically. I will try to, hang on, I'll set my phone on Do Not Disturb so it stops dinging. I'll try to give you a pan of it, or let's see if I can lean back far enough to get all of it in the picture. It's a very large piece, so that is all that I've stitched on, is those 3 pieces since I filmed last. Yeah, that's the only 3 pieces that I've stitched on. There was a few days that I didn't stitch at all. And then when I did stitch, I just did, like I said, a stretch of days. So I do have a couple of pieces of haul. I got in this weekend my Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop, which is their Weeks Thigh Works Club. And quite a few of these I already had, but I'm fine with getting them again. Getting more than one skein is perfectly fine in my book. So this is Cayenne. This is Baked Apple. I did not have that. This is Crimson. I didn't have Crimson. This is Williamsburg. I do have that. This is Merlot. I didn't have Merlot. And I did have Brick. So I'm very excited because starting in January, they're going to start and go alphabetically instead of color families. And so I'm excited. Like I said, I'm going to keep doing this club until I can't. So, okay, so I did an unboxing video a few days ago. If you didn't watch that, I'm going to share with you what I got for Stitching Book Club. I got this special edition of Jane Eyre with illustrations by Marjolaine Baston. There's this book, Pride and Prejudice, and I think the third one is Sense and Sensibility. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the third one. I do plan on getting all of them because they're just so beautiful. So let me just show you. This edition also has like this these little extras that are tucked inside the book, and most of the pages have just like, you know, a small little illustration of Marjolaine's, but this one had a slightly larger illustration I want to show you guys because I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. So I just saw that Stitching Book Club had a post on Instagram a little bit ago, and we're supposed to start stitching today, and I don't have my stuff kitted up. So, but I think that I'm not ready to start it yet. I think I'm going to start it during the week, this coming week. So that is my stitching, my haul, previous finishes, and whatnot. So a couple of other things that I wanted to share. I don't know how I found it. You know, you're on the internet and things pop up and you just don't know how you get from one spot to another. But at thesprucecrafts.com, you can get, there's links to free alphabet charts, quite a few alphabet charts. So basically, she's collected a bunch of links from different places on the web and put them on her blog. And I will link that below. Also, there's bettercrossstitchpatterns.com, and each one of those words has a hyphen in the middle of them. So it's better hyphen, cross hyphen, and so on. They also have quite a few free alphabet charts. So definitely go check those out to, you know, get some alphabets to, you know, put things on your stitches. Like the Our Father, I'm probably, if I have enough room, and you'll have noticed that I'm like really close to the edge on this. That's because it was close. So I don't know if I'll end up having enough room at the bottom, but I would like to put my mother-in-law's name and maybe her maybe date of birth and date of death, or at least the years. And so I'd like to have, you know, a different font to stitch that in to make it just stand out a little bit. So definitely go check out those sites for some freebies. So what have I been watching? I didn't realize that new episodes of Whitstable Pearl had dropped, and so I'm caught up on that. I don't know how many episodes they're going to have. I don't know if they're dropping any more or not, but I absolutely love that show, and I love the guy that plays Mike on there. He was in The Three Musketeers, or The Musketeers, I think was the name of the show, BBC production. I loved him in that, and when I saw that he was going to be in Whitstable Pearl, I started watching that. Also, I realized I hadn't seen this before, but Amazon Prime has a new original called Three Pines, and it's based on the Armand Gamache series, which I've read or listened to on audio, all of those, and love them. Alfred Molina plays Gamache. I like him in the role. I don't like that he doesn't have the French accent. And so, and a lot of the people on there don't. Some of them do, and some of them speak French. So I like that part of it. I think it's loosely based on the series. It's not, identical to it, but new episodes of that drop every Friday. And so check that out if you like Louise Penny's Gamache series. Is it Gamache or Gamache? Gamache? I don't remember, but anyway, check that out. It's called Three Pines. That is all that I've got for you guys today. Kim and I are about to go, not about, but about a couple of hours, we're going to go to town and do some shopping. We had decided that our girls' work party is going to be, we're going to wear pajamas, and so her and I are going to go get matching pajamas. I've always wanted to do like the whole family matching, but we've just never done that. So we're going to go do that, and I think I'm going to go shopping for Michael, and I already know what I'm going to get him. And I think he's going to be really surprised. But he's really good at guessing what things are, so, but I don't think he's going to guess this. Like, he won't be expecting me to get this, so, anyway, I think Lakin's going to meet up with us and do some shopping also. So, I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, a good week ahead, maybe a couple of weeks ahead, because that seems to be how long it is between my filming. Is a couple of weeks lately. So I love you guys. I'm glad you came to visit, and I'll see you on the next FlossTube. Bye.